They're saying 2025 was the worst year ever, but let's ignore the bad and the ugly. Here are 25 movies I watched for the first time in 2025 that I think are worth you checking out. Now, I'm going to try to keep it slightly nicher, which isn't saying much, just I'm going to try to skip over movies you already know you should watch. This list isn't necessarily going to be hidden gems or anything like that, just stuff I didn't know about personally going into the year. Obviously, you should watch Pulp Fiction, Mean Girls, and 12 Angry Men, and The Big Lebowski, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and all sorts of movies you've probably already seen, so even if I watch them for the first time, I'm not going to mention them. Also, this list is only numbered for convenience. The actual order of everything doesn't really matter, although I did try to keep the more important picks until the end. Okay. At 25 is Love Liza, a depressing movie about loss starring the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman. At 24 is Train to Busan. 23 is Palm Springs. 22 is my favorite Abel Ferrara movie, King of New York. At 21 is Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. 20 is Midnight Run, one of the most fun crime chase movies you'll ever see. 19 is Hundreds of Beavers, essentially a live-action cartoon, one of the most creative comedies I've seen. 18 is The Holdovers, my newfound favorite Christmas movie. 17 is This Year is Sinners. I'm cheating at 16 and putting the entire Pusher trilogy, a dark and depressing Danish crime trilogy that I found on accident while looking for the Punisher movies. My favorite is the second one. 15 is Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. Coming at 14 is Cruel Intentions, one of the most insane movies ever. 13 is Past Lives. 12 is Barton Fink, my second favorite Coen Brothers movie behind No Country for Old Men, which you've probably already seen. 11 is my favorite Billy Wilder movie, The Apartment. You should also check out his other movies like Some Like It Hot and Double Indemnity to see just how versatile he was as a director. 10 is Coherence, a small-scale flick with an anxiety-inducing plot. 9 is Heathers, another one of the most insane movies ever. Coming at 8 is The Conversation, a flawless mystery movie starring Gene Hackman, one of the best to ever do it. It's a movie that makes you think, that Francis Ford Coppola guy, he really could be the next big thing. For real though, it's a calm yet paranoid thriller about a man who is truly lonely, falling apart at the seams. At 7 we have The Warriors, a stylized odyssey through New York in which our protagonists are fighting against the entire world just to get back home. 6 is Stranger Than Fiction, a surprisingly thoughtful Will Ferrell movie that explores purpose and life through a meta look at relationships and literature. At 5 is Jennifer's Body, a smartly written monster movie from Diablo Cody that explores themes of womanhood through satire and subversion. 4 is Lars and the Real Girl, a bizarre film on the surface which is actually the most tender thing I've ever seen. 3 is Do the Right Thing, a must-watch movie that everyone should see at some point in their lives. It builds a lived-in atmosphere through every character interaction, and even when little is happening, each moment feels incredibly important. The movie is fun and interesting, but most importantly, it's upsetting in ways I think everyone should be trying to understand. Definitely give it a watch at some point. At 2 is But I'm a Cheerleader. It approaches similar material to another movie I saw, 1961's The Children's Hour, with a 90s, 2000s coming-of-age optimism. Featuring one of, if not my favorite soundtracks ever, the movie is incredibly beautiful with an ending that pulls on my heartstrings every single time. At number 1 we have The Long Goodbye, the coolest movie ever. Okay. So that's the list of movies I found in 2025 that I think are worth your time if you happen to have not seen them either. If you want a short list of things you should definitely check out, Sinners and One Battle After Another are pretty essential watches from last year, and Jennifer's Body, But I'm a Cheerleader, and Do the Right Thing are picks I think everyone should see. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you stick with me through 2026. If you have any cool movie recommendations or just want to share what you watched in 2025, let me know in the comments below. This is my first year being into movies, and honestly, I think it was a pretty cool year for that. I'm already excited for what I'm going to watch in 2026.
17, I'm living the dream, getting the cream, I'm living on theme, I'm doing my thing, it's mighty supreme, it's mighty supreme, it's mighty supreme.